So you have a home and you're thinking about selling it in the near or not so near future. And of course, you want to properly prep yourself and your home for this future sale. Hi, my name is Len Nevin with Loyalty Home Group at eXp Realty. And since 2003, I've been working with homeowners just like you that have gone through this exact same scenario. You know, a little prep work up front goes a long way. So today I want to talk about the real estate contract and any legal documents that are going to be needed for your future sale. The process of selling a home involves a series of legally binding contracts and documents that protect the interests of both the buyer and you, the seller. Understanding these contracts is essential to ensure a smooth and successful real estate transaction. In this video, we'll explain the various contracts and legal documents involved in the selling process, providing you with a comprehensive overview of their significance. First and foremost is the listing agreement. The first contract you'll encounter when selling your home is the listing agreement. This document is a contract between you, the seller, and myself, your chosen real estate agent. It outlines the terms of the agreement, including commissions, the listing price, and the duration of the listing. There's different types of agreements. The one that we use is the exclusive right to sell agreement, right? So the exclusive right to sell agreement is a more comprehensive version of the listing agreement. It grants the real estate agent the exclusive right to market and sell your property. In essence, this contract states that regardless of who brings in the buyer, even if you bring the buyer yourself, the agent is entitled to a commission. The next contract that we're going to run into is the purchase agreement, or the sales contract. The purchase agreement is a legally binding contract between the seller and the buyer. It outlines the terms and conditions of the sale, including the purchase price, the closing date, financial details, and any contingencies that are put into there. Both parties must agree to and sign this document, making it a pivotal part of the process. The next thing that we are going to see attached to those is what's called disclosure documents. Various disclosure documents are typically provided by the seller to inform the buyer about the property's condition, the history, any potential issues that they see with the property. Some of the common forms we see is what's called the seller's property disclosure. This form covers known issues and defects in the property. We call it the SPUDs. We can also see the lead-based paint disclosure. Any home built before 1978 has to have this form on there. In certain regions across the country, we'll see mold disclosures. So if those regions are prone to mold, we'll see those filled out in those different territories. HOA disclosure is a big one. If the property is part of an HOA, the buyer must receive HOA-related disclosures. What's the fees? What's the terms? All that other stuff. Counteroffers, believe it or not, is something that we see attached to the contracts. During the negotiation process, counteroffers are very common. These documents provide a framework for responding to the buyer's offer, typically just in terms such as price, date, or any other contingencies. Counteroffers are used until both parties agree on the final terms of the purchase contract, and then we send it all over to title in one shot. Sometimes we'll see addendums. So addendums are additional documents that can be attached to the purchase agreement to clarify or amend specific terms and conditions. Some common addenda include financial, inspection, appraisal. We saw that a while for when we were doing appraisal waivers. Now we're going to talk about some title documents, right? So title documents are essential to confirm that the seller has the legal right to transfer the property to the buyer. These include what's called the warranty deed. A warranty deed guarantees the seller's ownership and provides certain assurances to the buyer. The next one we're going to look at is the title insurance policy. So the title insurance policy protects the buyer and the lender from any title defects or claims. So if anything falls in, shows up afterwards. Then we'll look at closing documents. So at the closing, several important documents are going to be signed to transfer ownership and funds from one owner to the next. These documents include the closing statement. So this outlines all the financial transactions, including the distribution of funds, closing costs, in and out, everything is in there. We're going to look at the deed or trust or mortgage. Deed of trust or mortgage. If the buyer is financing the purchase, these documents outline the terms and conditions of their loan. Then there's the settlement statement, also known as the HUD-1 statement. This provides a summary of the closing costs and financial transactions. So wrapping up, navigating the legal documents and contracts involved in the selling process is absolutely essential for a successful real estate transaction. And as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff. Each contract serves a specific purpose, ensuring the protection of both the buyer and the seller's interests. Understanding these documents and working closely with a qualified real estate agent like myself or an attorney can help you navigate the selling process with confidence and ensure a smooth and legally sound sale. If you have any questions on this conversation, please feel free to reach out. My contact information is below. And until next time, thank you for watching.